I don't really care about the money in this music shit. It's nice. I just like making good music with niggas I fuck with. So if I see like, yo, this nigga's ass, but he got some like he got potential, like I'll dead tell a nigga like, yo, do this, do that. I'll give him sauce. Yo, so what's up? This Skelly. I make beats. I'm from Connecticut. Probably some bum ass state you ain't really heard of. I've been making beats for like 7 years. I got a few big ass placements. I just dropped a tape like last month. Y'all should go peep that shit. It's called Satori. I also dropped a few songs with Billy Angel, Barrel and Boss, Bravo. Oh shit. Connecticut is a little above New York. There isn't really anything here. Underground scene wise, I don't know if you heard of Real Young Phil, but he's from here too. We have Zoe, rest in peace, Gangstalicious. We got a few people that do plug, me, Cash Xavier, Perk Shawty. But other than that, there's really nothing here. When you come up, people just hate on you. So it's really hard to make it out of here type shit. It's more suburban. Like we do have cities, but it's like it's kind of a smaller state, not really country. There are some country parts in there though, but it's more like suburban. Ever since I came here, bro, I've never wanted to live here. I'm not from here originally. I was actually born in Michigan. I lived there for a few years. The environment there, like I was in the ghetto, so we ain't really had the best amount of, the best house. We ain't had that much money. It's always gunshots everywhere. Then we moved to Miami, Florida. After that, I went to New York, and then we just came to Connecticut. So I've been in like a bunch of different environments. Gotta be Michigan, man. I lived there the longest. Like, that's where all my family is. I remember, like, I used to go to school there. I used to have hella friends. Everybody knew me type shit. Because when I came to Connecticut, it was really hard to blend in because it was just such a different demographic. There was different people. I didn't really know how to blend in. Yeah, nah, definitely it was hard because you get used to just having friends for a couple years or two, so it's like hard to connect to new people. You see all these people around you, like they had friends since kindergarten, second grade. You just meeting niggas in high school type shit. It was definitely difficult. I remember the first time my dad took me to the studio. Like it was actually in his basement, but he was just showing me around. He was like, "Yo, this is what I do on my spare time." He showed me like all the instruments, showed me the recording booth, and that's what got me like interested into music in the first place. Oh yeah, my family's actually they was famous in the '80s. It was like this big family group called the Barges. My dad also tried to make music too, tried to follow the legacy. It didn't work out for him, but I just followed in his footsteps. Honestly, it's crazy because I didn't even want to make music. I really hated music like making it. I was like, I don't want to do this shit. Being a rapper is corny. And then I don't know. At some point, I just started making music. I don't know why. It it was pushed on me in the beginning because I had to take piano lessons. But after a certain point, my dad was like, if you don't want to do music, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. So I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna be a lawyer. And I don't know. Niggas went to school. I got lazy. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna do this music shit for real. My dad really was like the one that pushed that shit onto me because he really told me like anything is up to me. And just seeing his passion for music, he used to talk to me about it a lot. That's what really made me like interested in it. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely made me a little different because I didn't do sports. I mean, I did a few sports, but I was overall like musically inclined. So the culture was different. Like I get along with people who know more about music, but when it comes to like sports talking, I'm a little lost type shit. But one thing, it definitely made me a little more creative, definitely. Yeah, fuck school. Honestly. I don't like school because, like a lot of people that I've been with, like they talk about like, yeah, school is difficult. School really wasn't hard for me. The thing was like, it was hard for me to sit there, be motivated to be there. My parents used to tell me all the time, like, school will never teach you what to do in real life. It'll just teach you, simple shit. If school could teach you how to make a business, how to buy your own house on some day, teach you what a 401k is, like, then I would be all for school. But like, nah, fuck that shit. They don't really teach you anything. They expect you to figure shit out on your own. Yeah. So actually, it wasn't really like that. I talked to my dad, but I didn't live with my dad. I lived with my grandparents. So my grandparents were actually like, "You need to go to school, blah blah." My dad was the one that was telling me like, yeah, but school ain't really like that type shit. I was just a lazy ass nigga, bro. Like I remember my freshman year, they put me in honors class and I had to drop out. I ain't do no homework. I used to get suspended for talking a lot, saying shit to teachers, talking back, just not going to school. Like I was just dumb. But it's because, like, real shit, I didn't care about going over there because at the end of the day, I knew, like, whatever. I could drop out right now and get a job. Yeah. I've always had an interesting music taste. I never didn't like music. I just didn't like the idea of me creating music and putting it out. Like being famous about it. That's my thing. Like, I never wanted to be famous. But music taste, I've always had a music taste even before high school just because the different backgrounds of my family were always trying to, like, show me different shit. Hispanic grandmother showing me Spanish songs from the 90s. I got my dad showing me Tupac. I got my uncle showing me 50 Cent and T.I. Then my aunt showing me Daft Punk electronic music. So it was like a bunch of shit combined. Yeah. So I think I was like 10 years old. And I used to listen to, I don't know if you ever heard of Daft Punk. I used to listen to their shit like when I was 10. And I realized like, yo, these niggas is making this shit on a computer. I'm about to do that. But I ain't had bread for FL. And then, I don't know, I grew up, I forgot about that shit. But that was like the first time I was actually like, damn, I want to make beats. My music taste was diverse, definitely. I listen to whatever I want, really. I used to listen to a lot of Wayne. Wayne was hard. Young Money, Nicki Minaj. But I also used to listen to rock. I just can't remember the names. Like, I just remember the hip hop names. It was my sophomore year. Nah, I'm bugging. My freshman year, we was in art class. My boy brought his laptop. I'm like, yo, fuck it. Let's go make a song. And I just tried to make a song. Like, I tried to freestyle. I didn't even write. That was the first time I tried to make a song. That shit was ass, though. Shit was so bad. But yeah, that was like the actual first time. I tried writing, but at some point I just gave up rapping because it was kind of difficult for me. The first time I actually like created music was the first time I got FL. I remember just sitting in my room like 6 hours trying to understand everything. It was a long ass time, man. My boy, he had told me about FL. Like, I've always knew about Ableton, but I didn't know there was FL. My boy's like, nah, FL is pretty easy to use and shit like. I was like, word. It deadass took me a month to get that shit down. It was just practicing, looking at it every day. But once I figured that shit out, I was like, yo, this shit easy. And really, that's what a lot of people say about FL. Like, any producers that want to get into producing, FL is really the one you should, because it's just easy to learn. It's easier to read than any of the other ones. Easy to install VSTs in there. It was a really long process. Like, if I could describe the process to you, it was like the first year was just me joking around, just having fun with it. And then like I just started showing niggas my beats in school and they're like, yo, this shit is trash. And then I actually started trying to get better. That process was literally just watching videos, learning about shit, trying to apply it, not understanding it, going back to the video, understand that I was not understanding it right the first time, practicing it, and just doing that shit over and over and watching new videos for like 3 years. And I don't know, like one day I guess all the videos I watched just clicked in my head. Definitely in high school, the biggest inspirations were Metro, Pierre. You know, Metro first, because I feel like he was the first producer to be really big. And one thing about producers, like before, like if this was 2005, if you had told someone like, yeah, I'm a producer, I produce for this, people would be like, because nobody talked about producers back then unless you was like a really big producer. Metro and Pierre changed that for niggas like us, because like now people are actually listening to niggas for their beats. Like that shit was not happening before 2010. Metro and Pierre definitely was my biggest inspirations when I started, and Daft Punk. 2014, like producing was big on the trap era, like Waka Flocka type beats, Chief Keef type beats. I remember I was also making X type beats because I started listening to XXX at that time. 808 Mafia type beats, Metro type beats. Nah, never, bro. Like I still rap to this day. I got a few songs lately, but I just don't like rapping that much. I just like making beats better. When I started telling niggas I made beats and I actually felt confident about it was probably the start of quarantine. Or a few months before I started quarantine, because that's when I actually started taking shit seriously. And I was like, all right, I'm actually gonna try and make this shit big. It's like around start of quarantine. So that was like 6 years after I started making beats. Nah, because, you know, I was learning. It was a process. Looking back at it, I really could have put more time into beats and took it seriously. It was just a hobby at the time. There was no urgency to get better. It was just, oh, I ain't got shit to do. Let me watch a video on beats, you know? I took a leap of faith, honestly. I think when I started, they weren't even ready. They're like, there's a lot of things I know now that I didn't know 2 years ago. I don't think anyone could ever be ready unless you know. You don't have to be ready. You just have to start. I had a lot of placements like that. Like the first placement I got where I was like, yo, this is crazy. I think it was like 5 months after taking this shit serious. Like when I say like the start of my career, I mean like 2020. Like that's when I took it serious, right? I say like start of my career, 5 months into it, I got a Booth Pack Mookie placement. And that shit went crazy. Like that was when I was like, yo, hold up. I actually might be able to do something with this shit. I was only 5 months into it. I was already getting somewhat of a name. I got this shit with Bravo a while ago. I think it's called Glory. That shit had like 20K. It was on the plug playlist. That's when I was like, yeah, all right, maybe I'm starting to make some noise and shit. Yeah, like I'll be telling niggas, like I feel like I'm rookie of the year, bro, because I really came out of nowhere. Like, you know, I was still getting good placements 2020, but niggas didn't really know about me. Niggas started learning about me like midway through last year and this year, because I just been making placements with everybody. Like, I was telling Bravo, bro, I'm like, look, I'm gonna get a placement with this nigga, I'm gonna get a placement with this nigga, I'm gonna get a placement with this nigga by the end of the year. Done. I told him I was gonna get a placement with Bear One Boss. He was like, yeah, all right, done. I be trying. Like, once I put my mind to something, I feel like I could do it. It just takes hella time. So I did listen to underground music. I wasn't like deep into the underground. I just knew about X. I knew about X before he got big. I knew about Uzi and Cardi before they got like big. It's like always a few like other artists that were big then. I don't remember, but it was just mainly Uzi, Cardi, X, Travis Scott, Future. That was my rotation in high school. My whole life I had a diverse music taste, but like in high school, that's when I stopped really listening to like other genres. I just started focusing on hip hop, R&B, which is mainly that. Isaiah Rashad and Kendrick. I used to listen to them heavy in high school. To this day, I mainly listen to the shit I make now. Plug, underground shit. I listen to drill sometimes. Sometimes I still listen to Spanish music. Listen to Party Next Door sometimes. How did I get the name Skelli? Shit. High school, I was a skinny nigga. I think I weighed like 125. And I was with this girl. She used to be like, yo, you skinny as shit. Like, I'm gonna just start calling you Skeleton. So she just started calling me Skelli. I was like, fuck it, I'm about to make that to a producer name. Cause my producer name, bro, I've had some ugly ass names. Look. I had Jody, Nimbus G. I don't even know why the fuck I said that shit. And then Hayes Beats. Like, it was just weird ass names. But that last one, like, I don't know, when Shorty said that shit, it shit clicked. I was like, Skelli. Yeah. So it should just stick. Truthfully, I don't even like the name Skelli that much. Like, I like it, but I don't like it as much. There have been times where I wanted to change it, but a lot of people been telling me like, yo, that's a fire name, and your tag's fire too. So I just stuck with it. In the beginning, like, I don't know, people would just hit me up like, yo, you want to lab? I was just like, fuck it. I ain't really lab with people. I'd say the importance of labbing, it took me a while to realize it's like, when somebody sends you a lab, like, let's say I hit up Rocky Thugger right now, I'll be like, yo, send me a mail. Ooh. When this nigga sends me a mail, bro, I be hearing this shit, I be like, damn. When I make a beat by myself, I have my own vision, but when someone sends you a melody, like, it's like they're inviting you into their vision, so you both could create something different type shit. That's how I see labs. Like, I bring my sound into the aspect of the beat, and then he brings his sound, so we make a complete whole other sound. That's why I like labs. I just be like, let's see what I could do. Or like 6 niggas on a beat type shit. It'd be fire though. They be like, oh, like there's so many people lagging or whatever. Oh, he lagged. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's music. Everything is subjective. Like, if you want to make music with 6 other niggas, it's not about the beat. It's about the time you had with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? The fun you had creating this shit. So it don't matter. I actually prefer doing it in person than online. It makes it way easier. Like January, I had Link Bravo Hundreds in LA, and I was recording that nigga. Like, a lot of the songs we have, I recorded him that day. He was just chilling, recording hella songs. It's just better like that because you get to know the artist personally. It just makes the process of making music easier, more comfortable. Because the internet shit, like, you know, it's cool. I met a lot of cool niggas on the internet, but it's like, you will hit someone up, be like, yo, let me send beats. Like, all right, bet. You will never talk to that nigga again. You know what I mean? It's just more genuine in person. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm very selective actually. Before I used to not be, but it's like I'm at a point right now where it's like I feel like I have a few people that I'm cool with, that we make good music, and I know them personally, and I just want to stick with those people right now. So like, if anybody ever wanted to work with me, and I would either have to fuck with them hard, listen to their music already, or they'd have to pay me. When you have so many people you send beats to, it's hard to add more people into the lineup. Like, I have to be locked in with just a certain amount of people, you know? Because that shit will destroy my work ethic. It would just be too much for me. Collabing is actually like very complicated. For example, if I have a FL that's 12.4, but someone sends me a FLP that's 20.8, it will not work. Or like, they'll send you a melody, then you hear it, you're like, damn, this melody is off key. You know, like shit like that happens. So I can't really lab with everybody. So I'd be charging for labs too. I don't know. I guess like I was just very picky. I just felt like I didn't want just anybody rapping on my shits. I wanted to know who was buying. If you put your shit on YouTube, anyone can just YouTube MP3 converter. I do it all the time. Niggas do it all the time. Like, come on. So I try to make it in a way where if niggas wanted to buy beats, they had to hit me up directly. I actually started putting samples up on YouTube, little 20-second samples of like different beats I've made, all compiled into a video. But like, as for full beats on YouTube, I don't know if I'll do that, just because like, I mean, I might be blocking my bag, but it's like, I really don't like anybody hopping on my beats, because it's like, it's just a picky thing, for real. Yeah, honestly, me and Rocky, like, I agree with him on that. Like, it's just a lot of niggas, like, you don't want them on your beats. And they might even be good, but it's like the type of person they are too. Like, it's just a lot. That's why I prefer, if I know the nigga, shit, okay, bet, you could buy this beat. Or if I'm cool with him, yeah, I got you. Like, it's for free, bro. Don't even worry. Honestly, you don't even gotta be good, bro. It's just genuine. Being a genuine person when you hit me up. Like, there's so many niggas that hit me up like, yo, like, you know, when niggas send you the links. And one day I just told this nigga, like, bro, you know what, honestly, I listen to this shit. This is how I feel about it, you know? I look for people that are different, that don't clone, have their own type of sound. But even if you don't have a sound, if there's something good about you, I'll let you know. And I'll tell you, like, bro, you could just work on this. Because I don't really care about the money in this music shit. It's nice. I just like making good music with niggas I fuck with. So if I see, like, yo, this nigga's ass, but he got some, like, he got potential, like, I'll dead tell a nigga, like, yo, do this, do that. I'll give him sauce. So if you want to work with me, like, you just got to be serious type shit. serious, have a vision for yourself, have a little plan. Don't just say, I want to do music and then just think the shit is going to happen to you. Like, you got to be realistic. I'm not a big producer where I met a lot of big artists, but I've met a lot of underground artists starting somewhat like having a career too. And it's like, people are like, yeah, you know, I'm about to blow. I'm about to, then they don't, you know what I mean? So don't just be that nigga that thinks he's going to blow. Like, you actually gotta work for it, bro. This shit is not easy. I had that same mindset 2 years ago. I'm still struggling in this shit. It's not easy. So if you got the heart for it, you different, you want to make some shit, hit me up, bro. Yeah, because it don't get easy. Like, there be times where I be struggling, like, damn, I ain't get a placement in 2 months. You know, you be thinking, like, damn, this shit hard. Like, real shit, I be wanting to quit sometimes, bro, because balancing music, balancing work, balancing life is not easy. If you got the faith, you got the hard work, this shit is going to work out. Just got to keep your head down, stay humble, just wait for the results to show. I be trying. I don't know, like, how I deal with music and business and working is like, I just do what I can each day. If I can make a beat that day, I can. If I gotta work that day, that's what I gotta do, you know. Preferably, I would love to make beats every day, but I can't do that. You know, I gotta pay bills. So it does get in the way. A lot of times I can't make beats. A lot of niggas ask me for beats. I just be like, bro, I honestly don't got none. Or I be like, yo, I got you. I'll send you one today. And I don't send it. Just cause like, there just be so much shit happening every day. Or like, one thing I've learned from talking to other producers, it's definitely easier for some people to balance music and work. It just depends on your life circumstances. It just depends on you, type shit. The only way to really deal with it though is just to remind yourself, like, okay, look, like, I know this shit is getting busy, but I do gotta spend some time on this music shit. Because the minute you start feeling like work comes first completely, that's when you completely lost faith, you know? At least in my eyes, that's how I see it. Oh yeah, so first and foremost, like, where I got the confidence to drop a tape, I had a friend, I don't know if you heard of him, No Friend 007. He actually dropped a tape that year. I heard it, I was like, damn, like, this shit is hard. Like, usually for me, like, I only seen like big producer names like drop tapes, like Cash, Sensei ATL. I was like, damn, I'm about to make me one myself. So I just made one. Ego Death, like I wanted to. Like, I had a whole idea for it, and it didn't come out to what I wanted it to be. But it was just a lot of songs that I ended up getting placements and just it was like mix max together. Yeah, it was a compilation. I was trying to get as much songs for it as I can. You know, I wanted Slime Dollars on it, but I couldn't get that. I wanted Booth on it, I couldn't get that. You know, it really didn't go out how I wanted to, but it still came out pretty good. It was really good because it taught me, like, damn, like, when you want to make a tape or if you want something to happen, like, you really have to plan it before. You have to have a whole plan. You have to think about who you want there, who complements each other. I guarantee you, like, the first rough draft version of Ego Death, I had like 25 songs on there. And I was just looking at it like, bro, I need to remove songs, but which one do I remove? You know, it's just hard. That shit taught me a lot about making tapes. Yeah. Yo, even with Satori, bro, Satori was the hardest tape because that was the first time I had a tape where every song I did not want to take off. I spent like 3 weeks debating on a track list, and then I changed it last minute again. It's just so hard because you be so indecisive, and it's hard because you might fuck with a song, but you'll never know what the other person's ears will fuck with. So like, your favorite song might be the worst song on the album, or your worst song, your the song you hate the most might be the best song on it, which is exactly what happened on Satori. Like, I ain't hate it, but it was the song I least expected to get big, which was Get It. Everybody was fucking with that one, surprisingly. So that's just how it be. But I came up with the name Satori because, you know, I don't know. I feel like at this point in time in my life, I'm in a road of enlightenment. Like, I'm looking to enlighten myself. I don't know. That word just fit with my music. Like, I just heard that shit. I was like, yeah, that shit just sound right. The Waves. Yeah, I had Waves at the time. I gave up on that shit. Shout out to It's 55 Sama. Shout out to Dougie22 for the cover. Those two niggas, bro, they're probably one of the best cover artists I've ever seen. Like, I've been working with Sama for a minute. He made the cover for Ego Death. I had hit up Shot Callers to redo that one. But the Satori installment 1, Sama did that too. He did Satori too. He also did Grimoire. He's hard. Like, he's hard, bro. No cap, he's hard. Every time that nigga come out with a drawing, I was like, damn, how do you do this? Dougie too, though. Dougie, he's 5. Dougie 22, yeah. He from Canada too. It was kind of like a mix of both, like a mix of, okay, I just made this 5 beat, I'm about to use this for this tape. I would sit there and debate like which artist fits best, like who do I want, who is the best person for this song for it to be a 5 song type shit. And then other times it was just, you know what, I'm gonna just send random beats to a nigga and just hope that he makes a hit. It's just a mix of both. But for the beat selection for Satori, I was really experimenting a lot with the sound selection, and I felt like I would listen to a lot of my beats back and forth, and whichever beat I felt best demonstrated my sound, that's what I sent out. Yeah, because Real life, I be venting. Like when I make beats, I just vent in there. Like that's my coping mechanism. Like a lot of us, we make music, we don't even think about it, but like when we make music, that's how we relieve our stress, we relieve our anger, all our negative thoughts. So I try to put how I feel into my beats. It's a little emotional, not always negative, not always sad. I'm a very happy person. I like happy beats too. I try to express how my emotions are at that moment. And I guess at the time of Satori, just a few months ago, that's what Kalamazoo for. My grandfather died, so I was just in a weird time. I was just trying to demonstrate that. It's just weirdness, confusion, and just overall trying to get to the end, to the high point. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, like an instrumental tape, beat tape. Yeah, I mean, I actually had dropped some before, but I wasn't really known them. If that's what people want, I'll do it. I don't mind. I actually have this one beat tape that I haven't put up, but it's just like, it was this project I did. I challenged myself. It was on my laptop for 5 hours. I tried to make 8 beats and have them, like, how Pierre, at the end of most of Pierre's songs, like, he transitions that one beat to the next one. So it sounds like it seamlessly flows. I have a beat tape like that. I just haven't dropped it. But if that's what people want to hear, I'll definitely drop beat tapes, bro. Because those are fun. My main goal with this shit is just to make enough money just so that I could, have a comfortable living. Like, I don't need to be rich. Shit, I could have like a normal house, a normal car. I don't care. Just as long as that shit is paid for so that I could worry about enjoying my life, worry about like mental health, worry about finding shit that makes me happy, worrying about, making sure all the people around me are straight. I want all my niggas to come up with me too. Everybody that I fuck with, everybody that I meet that's genuine as fuck to me. Like, I want everybody to win. Just want to get myself in a position with this music shit so where it's like, okay, I can make music comfortably, making a little money off of it, to use that money to start something else. Building a label, shit, I mean, if that's where money is, I'll do it. Like, I'll do anything. If I look into it and I feel like it's a good idea for me, I'll do anything. I've definitely thought about doing labels. I mean, shit, I wouldn't mind. I just gotta get knowledge. I gotta get knowledge on that before. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, I used to be a carpenter. Definitely like home construction business. I want to get into that at some point, like sell houses or build houses at some point in my life. I used to do construction in high school. That shit was fun as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Anybody that wants to, get a business quick or like make money quick, like trade schools are so good. Well, I went to a technical high school, so I learned this shit in high school, but they'll teach you how to get a job easy. Most schools don't even do that. Shit is lazy. I just be chilling, bro. I really just be getting high. That's all I be doing. Like, I work, I go home, I make beats, I chill with my niggas, get high, chill with my girl. That's it. I got a simple life. I'm a simple man. If there's one thing that I really like to do though, it's travel. Cause I used to travel a lot as a kid, so I definitely got to do that more now. I want to visit Japan, bro. Japan is lit. I want to visit Dubai too. Those are 2 spots I definitely got to go to. Nothing. There's nothing here, bro. I'm telling you, like, okay, we got mountains. We got white people. Like, that's cool. Bro, nothing, bro. Shay, is there anything cool in Connecticut here? Is there anything cool in Connecticut? We got nothing, bro. Just the other day, like 20 minutes from my house, this nigga killed 3 police officers. That's the type of shit that happens in Connecticut. Just weird shit. Niggas be drugged out. Nah, there ain't really none here. I'd say the cool thing about Connecticut is like if you're a wealthy person and you have children, this is probably a nice area to raise your child in because they have good education. But like for niggas like me, niggas like you, no, this shit is nothing. I definitely want to move down to like Atlanta or South Carolina at some point because just the music scene there is a better fit for me. I know a lot of people down there. I've lived in the South before, so I actually like the South. If niggas know me, they know I fuck with anime. I fuck with cars. I love cars. Like, my favorite car, yeah, Nissan R32. It's like old school JDM car. I wish I could get one of them shits, but they're like 50K right now. I just dropped 2 songs. I dropped one with Billy Angel, Tap In. I dropped one with Barrel and 2. Y'all sleeping on that shit. I'm about to keep dropping more. I'm planning on dropping 1 more tape before the year ends. And then next year, 4 tapes. Stay tuned. Like, I'm trying to go hard next year. Trying to go crazier than this year. And this year, I feel like I went crazy just for the simple fact that you don't know any other producer that just kept dropping singles on his page, kept dropping tapes. So I'm trying to bring the same shit for y'all next year. Any new artists want to tap in with me, don't be scared, bro. Niggas be hitting me up. I be like, yo, I charge. But like, if you genuine with me, you can make something work. I don't really care about the money that much. I be trolling, but like I'm definitely a genuine person. Like I'm really one of the nicest people you ever know. So like, sometimes niggas will hit me up. I'll be like, bro, cash ready only. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be celebrity. I don't feel like I'm a celebrity. I feel like, I talk about rookie of the year, but I really feel like I'm not one of the best producers out there. But I'm just doing what I have to do. But like, even though I seem like I'm coming off as like celebrity or whatever, like you could talk to me as a normal human being. I'm definitely genuine inside. So yeah, Skelly's human. So this is Skelly, Stream Satori Volume 2. I also got some 2 new drops, Stream Bear One Bars and Billy Angel. And that's it. I got some more shit coming for y'all. Stay tuned.